I think that's the problem taken up by Diana Legaspi about the Moonwalk subdivision homeowners is bad. I want you to watch this next report. It is about deep ruts in our streets, clogged drainage canals, and stagnant water. These are just a few of the common problems most Metro Manilans complain about whenever they get a chance. And every time they get a chance to communicate with SOS, they articulate this problem. Many such complaints have found their way to the SOS by mail and through the telephone. As a matter of fact, our studio telephones intended to receive questions for our guest of the evening oftentimes get clogged with problems and complaints totally alien to the topic scheduled for discussion, such as this evening. For instance, we keep on getting strange telephone calls. And by the way, our telephone numbers are 962-313 964-650. And as we announced earlier, our topic this evening is the Commission on Immigration and Deportation. Our guest this evening is the Commissioner himself, Mr. Enrique Joaquin. We sure hope that our callers would, from here on, limit their calls and the topics to our guest and the topics to be discussed. Unless it's very urgent, why don't you just put it in writing and mail it to us to SOS, P.O. Box 5047, Makati, Metro Manila. And please do not forget, include your complete name and your complete address. And that way we can get back to you when we follow up the cases. Anyway, for tonight, Moppet has prepared a very special presentation, a potpourri of street ruts, clogged drains in the different parts of the city called Manila.
2,939 kilometers. According to the Ministry of Public Works and Highways, this is the total length of all streets and roadways in Metro Manila. But just how many of Metro Manila's streets are in good condition? Melanie C. lives on Russell Street in Pasay City. Today, she and her neighbors wish they didn't.
No, regarding this road in Russell Street, no, sobra ng lubak-lubak, kaya I would like to call the attention of MPWH, who is responsible for this damaged road, to have it repaired immediately. At saka regarding the improper function of the canal, naging very smelly dito sa area namin, polluted.
Kasi yung lugar na to, maaaring pagmulan pa ng sakit ito dahil ang tubig kaya bumabaho dahil hindi umaagos.
Ay naku, masyadong mabaho, nakakasakit sa ulo at saka nakakasuka. Kasi yung daanan dito at saka yung kanal, sira kasi, tapos yung daanan ng tubig, sira.
The jeepney and bus drivers plying Russell Street and their passengers are hopeful something could be done about this route.
Kung maaari lang sa madaling panahon, ayusin na lang ito dahil kami mga dumadaan dito, hirap din na.
Wala, butas-butas na yung kalsada mas maganda ito, maayos. Bakit nagkakaganito ang kalsada natin dito? Sobrang pabaya yata ang ating mga engineer.
Ang masasabi ko lang masyadong lubak-lubak ng kalsada dito sa Pasay. Kailangan maayos na. Bago na ang mayor
Masasabi ko, matagal nang ganito to, hindi man lang maayos-ayos
Eto nga ho, hirap na hirap ang mga sasakyan dito. Madaling masira ang sasakyan pag ganito ng ganito ang karsada.
Sira-sira nung daan dito.
SOS asked Public Works Minister Rogociano Mercado if he could have Russell Street repaired.
We wish we could pave, improve, and repair all these streets that are in bad and deteriorated conditions. But we are limited by the list of priorities, wherein in sequence, we had to prosecute, say, Project 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in sequence. And it would not be fair that we jump over these priorities. And so my answer is, so long as it is within the priority.
We approached Pasay OIC Calixto with the same problem, hoping for a more positive response.
Ito raw ay under contract ng contractor ng Nawasa at sila ang mga may responsibilidad para ito ay magawa sa madaling panahon. At kinausap namin ang city engineer, ang contractor ng Nawasa, at binigyan naman kami niya ng assurance na pagkatapos lamang nitong panahon ng tagulan ay gagawin na ito ng asfalto. Dagdagan na lamang namin ang kakulangan para ito ay maging simentado na. At hanggang ngayon na ito ay hindi pa magagawa, ay patatambakan ko muna itong kalyeng ito.
Hindi ako nagbabalancing act at wala akong balak na maging isa sa mga SOS Daredevils. May iniiwasan lang akong tubig dito sa may Tubig Street. Actually, it's about Holiday Inn. Now, the water you see here, that stinking foul odor every day, yan, pumupuno yan, dumadami yan. You can see it there, lumalabas. So I talked to the assistant general manager on duty. Sabi ko, I think you should realize na you have a what's this responsibility to the community around you. You're earning a lot of money, Sabi ko, I'm sure naman you can afford to fix the drain or something. Sabi ko, alam mo kami pinaperwisyon na dito, lumalabas dito yung ewan ko kung ano nyo yan. Sabi ko, but it stinks, it goes inside my house. My children are always sick. I cannot go to the garden. I cannot open my windows. All my windows are closed kasi mapasok yung amoy na mabaho sa loob. Sabi ko, pambihira naman kayo, hindi na kayo naawa sa amin. If they didn't do anything about them, I would have threatened them. Sabi ko, I'm going to bring a bucket full of that water and throw it in your lobby. Holiday Inn officials share Mrs. Nung's concern for my Tubig Street, which turns out to be under the supervision of both Pasay and Manila.
We have already instructed our engineers now to get to the bottom of it. And since we are going to do this as a community project, I hope something is going to be done about this to improve the situation. Whatever is affecting them also affects us, no? If the drainage is not properly done, then we are even more affected.
The Pasay OIC promised to do his share in solving the problem.
Ito ay kasama pong mag-iimbestiga ng ating city engineer at titignan namin kung ano ang mga pamamaraan para maayos ang drainage na yan. At kung kami ay magkakaroon ng problema dahil nga ito ang nakakasakop dito ay ang bahagi ng kalyeng ito ay nasasakop ng Maynila at Pasay, ito ay pag-uusapan namin ni Mayor Mel Lopez.
Not to be outdone, Manila's acting mayor Emiliano Lopez likewise promised to collaborate with officials in Pasay.
I will direct the city engineer to coordinate with the city engineer of Pasay. There are more than 38 squatters family in that areas, and we demolished the squatters in that area a week ago.
Meanwhile, in Santa Mesa, Mrs. Remedios Novenario also sought our assistance for street repairs.
Isa itong drainage na ginawa ng PNR na halos hindi matapos, no? Kapag bumabaha, munting baha lang, para na itong dagat. Itong basura dito, no, sa may matabi ng palengke, yung bang paminsan-minsan kunin, kahit nakukunin man lang yung may matitira pa rin dumi doon, nangangamoy ito kapag matagal na rin naiimbak ang basura dito. At ang isa pa, no, yung daan, kailangan din ito sigurong maispalto dahil baku-bako na ang daan. At dito sa ilalim naman ng tulay na dating palengke ito na ginawa ng daan, baku-bako rin ang daan at madilim ito lalo na paggabi.
According to Lopez, Mrs. Novenario will have to wait until next year.
The repair of all city streets will start on November 20, on Thursday, and we hope to finish by the end of January next year. I will request Governor Lina to ask the garbage collector from that area to collect the garbage. Ralco will not allow us to install additional street lights, maybe next year.
Remember T. Arellano School? It was featured in an earlier episode of SOS because of its need for a new school building. T. Alonso Street, the street this school is located on, is badly in need of repair.
I'd like to call the attention of the mayor of City of Manila and the city engineers to look at the worsening condition of the street Teodoro Alonso here. We have a business here along Alonso, and then we have been suffering a lot. Our clients have been complaining about the road condition, and we even lose clients because of the road.
Floods that we have here, well, the water comes from the estero. And the water is naturally very unsanitary. And then sometimes garbage is thrown all over the place.
And the students, most of the time, get sick. Not only the students, even the teachers.
It's now impossible. A short train makes it flooded, and therefore the students make a circuitous route in going to their homes. May I appeal to the mayor to please have this cemented as soon as possible.
Even the doctors and even our anesthesiologists, sometimes they refuse and they're reluctant to answer our call because they say they have to, the payment that we give them may not be enough for repairing the car.
I called up the Nawasa people because there is a big leakage at the corner of Recto and Tudor Alonso. I told them that the water is being thrown out. And besides that, the corner is being used by the cucheros to feed their horses so that piles of garbage is used by the cuchero is always on this corner, no?
Tapos yung butas dyan, yung malaking butas dyan, marami yung mga nagdadaan. Ano ba, umulan, di baha, Di magdadaan dyan, nasushoot dyan sa butas. Mismo yung pamangking ko at saka yung katulong, pag nag-ano dyan sa butas na yan, shoot na kwan doon. Dyan sa may kanto ng Alonso at saka Recto, malaki rin yung butas doon, yung manhole. Yung service namin, na-shoot din yung goma din doon.
It would seem that the prospects for repair on T. Alonso Street are brighter.
And next year, starting January, we will have additional 20 million for concreting or cementing of city streets. And maybe Teodoro Alonso will be the second part of our program.
Before we close this case, a little reminder for all government officials concerned. Mapit de los Reyes reporting for SOS.